Alright you guys, welcome back to the Fishwater Aquatics YouTube channel, and in today's video we got sent a little package from our friends over at Pet Tempo. They sent us their integrated aquarium kit. It's basically an all-in-one, ready-to-go nano aquarium kit. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to unbox this thing today, and I'm just going to start unboxing it right now because I'm excited. Let's get right into it. Now, I'm actually super excited for this kit in particularly because this tank, it's gonna be my first ever rimless tank, and it's my first ever tank with low iron glass. So you guys already know this thing is gonna look incredible. I mean, it already does, and it's perfect for, you know, any small space in your house or wherever you're gonna be putting this thing, maybe a little desk or a shelf or a dresser. You can see it comes with everything that you're gonna need, but yeah, super excited. You can already see the background is painted, or maybe not painted, I don't know what this is, like tinted or something, but it's already black, which is perfect. And look, even like this first bag here, we got some gravel, so it literally comes with everything. It comes with substrate, and we'll unbox every little package here, but yeah, super excited for this, guys. So if you guys order this kit, this is everything that comes with it. Obviously, we have the tank over here. We have an acrylic lid. We have the owner's manual, the user's manual. We have the LED light that comes with the kit. We're gonna be testing this thing out with some plants for the tank. We'll see how well this out-of-the-box LED light works. We have some substrate, we have a heater, and of course we have the filter, which comes with a nice sponge that you can clean. So very nice standard stuff here in this tank. And it comes with absolutely everything you need, so that's perfect. Now here's what the tank looks like with everything inside of it. Now, of course, if you guys want this kit, there will be a link in the description down below. And the people at Pet Tempo kind of hooked everybody up watching this video. If you guys use code FISHWA15 at checkout, you will receive 15% off your order, and all that information will be in the description. And real quick, before we get into the fun stuff like aquascaping, adding plants, and all that good stuff, let me go ahead and go over some of the capabilities of this aquarium and the kit. So we have, of course, the acrylic lid, as you can see out front. The tank is a 2.5 gallon rimless low iron glass aquarium, which looks awesome. The heater can range from 59 to 93 degrees Fahrenheit, so you'll have absolutely no limitations when it comes to heat. The LED light has a couple different spectrums. We have white, blue, and a mixed mode, and we'll see how that does with the plants. And then as far as the filter goes, you have a low quiet flow mode, and you have a high flow, which is like an oxygenation mode, and it's also super easy for maintenance. It's tools free. You can take the stuff out from the inside of the filter, like the sponge, and clean it, and yeah, that's awesome. And of course, it also comes with the substrate that you can see on the side there, which we will be incorporating into the tank. So yeah, lots of great capabilities in this tank, and it's definitely a great value. Like I said, use the discount code and get 15% off. Like I said, link will be in the description below, and same with the details with the discount code. And now let's get to the fun stuff and set this tank up. Now, before we do the fun stuff like adding the fish and the plants, first we got to tackle the hardscape, which could be tough with a small tank like this, but I'm kind of excited. We'll see what I can come up with. You can see here I have some materials in front of me. We have the substrate that came with the kit, so we'll be using some of this. We have this rock that is currently way too big to go into the tank, this black lava rock, and then we have this stick right here, and then we have some old dry sand that I never used. Or yeah, I guess it's dry sand because it's not a live sand. If you guys are familiar with saltwater tanks, you can buy live sand, so that's dry, so we don't have to worry about that. But I have a little bit of a plan here. I'm gonna try to like break this rock up as well as this stick and see if we can kind of make something in this tank. It could look cool. I have like somewhat of a vision, but yeah, this will of course be like our substrate, and we'll mix in some of these pebbles here that came with the kit, and then yeah, we'll see what I can do. Like I said, I gotta break this rock up, which could be interesting. We'll see how it goes. So I was able to break the rocks up and the wood, and like I said, we have limited space to work with here. After some struggling and some thought, I kind of came up with this composition. So I don't want to overfill this tank because there's already not a lot of room, but it's kind of, this wood is kind of coming up, arching over to the right. I don't know, I think this could work. There's a bad glare right now, so let me go ahead, let me get some substrate in here, and then we'll go ahead and we'll start adding some plants. All right, I think I definitely overestimated how much sand I needed to use, but that's okay. I think once I clear it all out, it'll look a lot better. I'm gonna kind of use my little water bottle here and shoot the sides. I know some people have like a spray bottle, but I didn't have one, so I just cut the hole in the top of a water bottle cap, and I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit before we add some plants. So like I said, this is just a budget little tank build here. So we're gonna be doing some cheap plants. These are some top fin. We got some dwarf hairgrass. We got some Anubias and an African water fern. So, you know, anybody can get these. They're super cheap and super easy to care for. This is just what we're starting with. Like I said, it's a small tank. We'll be able to get some decent coverage with this stuff. And if we have a lot of room, or if it seems like it, we can always add more down the line. But let's go ahead and add these guys in. All right, so I got all the plants placed in the tank. I'm gonna go ahead and fill this tank up very slowly, and of course move it to its final resting spot. You can see the Anubias back there in the back corner. I put that African fern right here, and then some grass along the front, so hopefully the grass will sprout runners and kind of cover the front, and then we can start trimming as needed. But I know this tank looks like a mess right now, but I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna fill it all the way up, put some dechlorinator in here, and then hopefully we'll get a much better view of what this tank looks like. Like I said, always remember to add your dechlorinator. You need this. Removes chlorine and heavy chemicals from your water, just in case there's any in there. For this small tank, we only need a little bit of this stuff, but yeah, this is a must, water conditioner. Lastly, for the scape, I'm gonna add some of those textured rocks that came with this kit, some of the substrate, and I'm gonna move that piece of grass back down there. This right now is what we're rocking with. You can see we got the heater on. It's a little warm, 79. I'll probably run this tank at like 75, but it'll cool down. We got the filter on. You can see it's on there, moving a little bit. Some oxygenation bubbles in the water, but that's to be expected with the new tank. And then we also got the LED on, which I'll try to get the spectrum down. There's greens and reds in there too. This is kind of like the full spectrum mode, and it's turned down. It's got a full blue mode and a full white mode as well. So we'll kind of play around with those settings, but this light seems plenty powerful for this tank, and that rimless look just looks awesome. Now, we gotta figure out what fish we're gonna put in here. Now, I already know what fish I'm gonna put in here. We gotta let the tank cycle for a little while. So I'm gonna let the tank cycle off camera, and then we'll come back with some fish. But yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts on this tank so far. We got the Anubias in there. We got the grass up front, the dwarf hairgrass, which I'm not sure. I'm probably gonna spread that out, and then we got the African fern in the middle there. I think so far it looks pretty good. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, but what a cool little kit. All right, you guys, it's been about a week, and the tank's been cycling very good, and I put some old media from one of my established tanks into this tank to help speed up the cycle, and you guys can see I went ahead and I got a fish, and I got something else for the tank as well, so I'm gonna let these guys acclimate, and then we're gonna go ahead and put them in the tank, and we will see how everything's doing. So I just did an acclimation, and now both of the new inhabitants of the tank are in the tank. You can see over to the left there, I got a koi short fin betta. That's a female. And then I also got a pretty good sized nerite snail right there in the middle. They're all super new to the tank, so I'll let everything settle down, and then I'll come back once everyone's a little bit more comfortable. All right, you guys, so here is how the tank turned out. Well, this is the tank so far. The betta is in there looking good. We also got that nerite snail up there in the corner looking good and healthy, and he's pretty big, I'm not gonna lie. But you guys let me know how you think this tank turned out. Like I said, if you want one, there will be a link in the description down below. Make sure to use my discount code. That will also be in the description. But yeah, guys, I think this turned out perfect, and it's a perfect size for this little betta right here. I wouldn't go any smaller. This is probably the minimum I would do, but you know, he's got plenty of room in here by himself with that little snail, and yeah, he will thrive in this tank. But yeah, the fact that this is my first rimless tank, it looks so good. You guys can see I just have the lid propped up here. It's not fully seated, so it looks a little goofy, but just the rimless look of this tank just looks so cool. And yeah, the low iron glass makes it look super clear, super clean. There's a little bit of a glare from the light, like up here. That's just coming from my camera. Like in person, you guys have to see this tank. It looks awesome.
Now, like I said, I'm pretty new to keeping plants, so I went with some basic beginner level plants, and I'm sure you guys in the comment section down below can let me know if I did anything wrong with planting these plants. I'm sure I did, but just have a sand substrate in here. And I think these plants are called epiphytes, so they just pull all the nutrients from the water column, so I shouldn't need any sort of like aqua soil or anything. So we'll see if I can keep these plants alive. But this light definitely looks like it's gonna be strong enough. This light should have no problems. I might even need to turn it down a little bit, but yeah, it looks great. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And yeah, I'm obsessed with this tank. I find myself looking at this tank more than my other two tanks. So yeah, this is super cool, and that betta just looks awesome. That koi betta fish, man. Of course, there's like a little glare, but yeah, look at this guy. Let's see if I get the camera to focus. Look at the colors. Got that red, the orange, the blue. Yeah, just looks awesome. But that'll about do it for today's video, guys. Let me know in the comment section down below if you think there's anything I should add to this tank, but I will continue to give updates as this tank kind of grows out and matures, and I'll be giving updates on the fish as well as the snail, just to see how everything's turning out. And again, big shout out to Pet Tempo for sending me this fish tank to review. It's absolutely awesome. Like I said, there will be a Amazon link in the description. Make sure to click that if you want to get one for yourself. I highly recommend it. This thing's awesome. And yeah, thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy. Peace out, y'all.